Scottsdale has a reputation for luxury. The golf courses, the iconic desert views, and that polished, all-inclusive resort lifestyle that draws people from across the country. But here's the real truth, and it might ruffle some feathers. Scottsdale's most famous neighborhoods are massively overpriced for what you actually get. That's right, the glossy marketing photos, the prestige zip code, and those well-known community names don't always live up to the hype. And they definitely don't always justify the price tags. And that's exactly what I'm breaking down in this video. I'm revealing 5 high-end neighborhoods that look picture perfect online, but often disappoint once you're living there. I'll show you the hidden fees, the overlooked downsides, and where your money might actually go further without giving up that Scottsdale lifestyle that brought you here in the first place. You'll learn how so-called prestige communities can quietly drain your wallet through stacked club fees, inflated HOAs, and maintenance costs that nobody really talks about up front. You'll see where good expectations fall short, from long, frustrating commutes to older homes hiding behind that luxury label. But most importantly, I'll show you the nearby neighborhoods with better value. The quality of life there is just as good, and you can still enjoy that signature Scottsdale lifestyle without overspending or getting blindsided by some surprising costs. I'm BRONSKY, a Scottsdale real estate agent who's helped dozens of clients make smart decisions by cutting through the hype and focusing on long-term value. I specialize in helping buyers navigate this complex, high-dollar market with clarity and confidence. So if you're considering a move to Scottsdale or thinking about investing here, you'll want to hear everything that I'm about to share. Let's start with one of Scottsdale's most talked about neighborhoods, Silverleaf at DC Ranch. Silverleaf is the crown jewel of North Scottsdale. When you step inside the exclusive gates, you really enter into a world of jaw-dropping hillside estates, high-profile residents, and tree-lined streets. It's really beautiful. I like to say that it's the restoration hardware of real estate here in Scottsdale. Now, on the surface, it looks unbeatable, but here's where things kind of get tricky. So the median sales price in Silverleaf is around $1,050 a foot, which is more than double the citywide average of Scottsdale, which is about $470 a foot. And that's just the beginning. So the real kicker here is the stacked costs that pile on after you buy. If you're moving to Silverleaf for the golf club, the initiation fee there is $500,000, with monthly golf dues around $3,000 or $900 a month for just clubhouse access. And not just that, but the club does actually have a maximum number of 300 members at any given time. Your monthly HOA dues to live in Silverleaf hover just under $500 a month, and that covers the community maintenance area and the guard gate. You're also going to have a buy-in fee when you purchase here of 0.5% of the purchase price. So all this creates really one of the most expensive all-in ownership profiles in Arizona. And yet much of this price premium isn't really about construction quality or resale performance. It's really about the brand. Silverleaf really sells a lifestyle, kind of an identity, not necessarily more durable homes or smarter investments. You may get a brand new build there if you're really paying top dollar, but a lot of the homes were built early on. Many buyers enter into Silverleaf assuming that it comes with really great convenience and easy resale down the line. But the truth is, it really depends on where in Silverleaf you're buying and what type of home. So the most affordable homes in Silverleaf, they start around $3 million. They're located in the Park Villas, Veranda, and the Casitas neighborhoods. However, these homes often have smaller backyards, and the homes kind of feel private, but they really are built very close together to each other. And they're not newer, they just have more put into them when they were built originally. So in these areas, you're definitely paying for the Silverleaf name, but you're not really getting much more than that. And often a buyer who wants to just pay for the name, that can be, challenging. Now, the more custom home neighborhoods of Silverleaf include Arcadia at Silverleaf Peak, the Parks and Horseshoe Canyon, and the Upper Canyon. So the homes in Upper Canyon range from about $5 million to $30 million, and they are significantly elevated along the slopes of McDowell Mountain. So you are getting an incredible view there. The Upper Canyon has some of the best views in Scottsdale, actually. And the buyer pool at this ultra luxury level is pretty small though, and it's highly sensitive to the macroeconomic shifts. So that's something else that you need to consider. Homes can sit on the market here a little bit longer than in other communities. And also maintaining a custom hillside estate is not necessarily cheap. We're talking about potentially high landscaping bills, specialized insurance costs. There might be some additional repair costs that stack fast, especially for some of the older properties that weren't built with the new modern energy efficiency in mind. So who is Silverleaf actually for? Well, it's fit for ultra high net worth buyers who want total privacy, access to exclusive golf memberships, and a more self-contained luxury ecosystem. If you're someone who won't blink at six-figure annual ownership costs and prefer not to worry about resale for a decade or more, it might be perfect for you. But if you're a buyer who values lower maintenance costs and want a little bit more liquidity in your real estate portfolio, Silverleaf might not be the smart play. Now, if you love the look and feel of Silverleaf, the stunning desert views, the upscale architecture, and that gated luxury feel, but you don't really want to overpay for the branding, let me point you just outside the gate to the rest of DC Ranch, which Silverleaf is actually part of. There are many different enclaves and smaller pocket communities in DC Ranch. Depending on what community you choose, you're still going to be able to get views, decent sized lots, and homes there still have really nice architecture, but they're at much better value. The median home value sold in DC Ranch in the last year is about $2.2 million. And the monthly HOA is less than 1/8 of the price of Silverleaf. But you still have great amenities to enjoy throughout this well thought out master plan community. DC Ranch has a ton of really great hiking and biking paths, walking paths. They have a couple different really nice clubhouses, pickleball courts all over the community that you can enjoy just as much as you can in Silverleaf. If you want a more detailed breakdown of the different pocket neighborhoods in DC Ranch, give me a call and we can set up an online appointment where I can walk you through this. Coming up next, I'm heading north to another ultra luxury enclave that looks like paradise on paper, but distance, dues, and resale risks create serious trade-offs that buyers don't always see coming. Desert Mountain is one of Scottsdale's most legendary golf enclaves. At first glance, it feels like a golfer's dream paradise. There's 8,000 acres of pristine desert, 7 private golf courses, sweeping mountain views, everything, the feel, the prestige, the luxury. But what a lot of buyers don't fully grasp is just how fast the numbers add up here and how the distance can be really inconvenient. So the median list price here sits around $2.2 million with an average price per square foot around $770. Again, that is significantly above the citywide average of $470. And that's even before we talk about any of the club fees. So Desert Mountain requires a $225,000 initiation fee just to join the club, with monthly dues about $2,300 a month. HOA fees are about $1,000 to $1,500 a month, depending on which village you're in. And when you put it all together, many owners are really spending between $50,000 to $70,000 a year, and that's just for membership maintenance and association dues. It doesn't include your mortgage, property taxes, or your insurance. Now, don't get me wrong, the views here are breathtaking, no question, but you're also committed to a commute that is 25, 30, sometimes even 40 minutes to other parts of Scottsdale, especially if you want to get to Old Town. Your closest freeway to Desert Mountain is 16 miles down Pima Road from the community just to get to the freeway. That distance means every school pickup or dinner reservation is going to add more time and more gas to your daily routine. Now, there are a couple of pocket little shopping centers. They're close by, but really not anything to feel like you're actually living in Scottsdale. And from a resale perspective, the buyer pool is also pretty limited here because not a lot of people want to be that far north. This community sells mostly to golf enthusiasts and second home buyers, which means longer days on market, especially for the homes that are priced above $3 million. And because the property values here are so closely tied to the prestige and the demand for golf memberships, there's a real risk of appreciation flattening if those trends shift. So the high elevation and the rugged terrain also increase the cost of maintenance, from landscaping to water delivery services. Another thing to consider here is that while many homes are newer and were built in the last few years, a lot of them were not necessarily built on premium lots. And if you're going to be here, you really want to get golf course views because that's what you're paying for. So if you are an investor or looking to get a good deal on a property here, finding a premium lot that with a house that has built, say, 20 years ago and is in need of a renovation would be great, because then you can build it to today's standards and compete with the new construction that's going on around you. So Desert Mountain is an excellent fit for those dedicated golfers, snowbirds, and high net worth buyers who really want privacy and exclusivity more than proximity to everyday convenience. But for families or year-round residents who prioritize walkability, newer builds, and access to more city life, it can be a tough fit. So if you're drawn, though, to those elevated desert views and really nice architecture, but you want more flexibility and less financial strain, let's talk about a community named Story Rock. Story Rock is one of North Scottsdale's most remarkable newer luxury communities. It does a really good job of blending that desert into modern custom homes, and it's tucked away against the McDowell Sonoran Preserve. The community has access to like 150 different miles of hiking and biking trails. It really brings nature into the backyard of the residents that have moved here. A lot of the homes were recently built here by popular builders like David Weekley, Shea Homes, and Taylor Morrison, and they've included that really nice architecture, modern aesthetic, energy-efficient materials, and incorporate a lot of the views of the McDowell Mountains into the way that they thought out this community. So it really is a really nice desert luxury community. And a lot of the lots are wide, the community is gated, and they have natural area open space around the homes, so they're not really on top of each other. What makes Story Rock more appealing is the balance that it offers. So you get all the peace and high desert living, but you're still minutes from restaurants and shopping, you're closer to schools, and you have better freeway access from here. It's rare to find a community that feels that remote and untouched, but still gives you that easy access to everything. And because Story Rock is built from the ground up with modern needs in mind, you're not going to find any of those outdated layouts or big ticket renovations like you might if you're buying a home for the same price in Desert Mountain. They really did some thoughtful design, smart floor plans, and a lot of the homes blend that outdoor-indoor feeling. Now, the HOA fees here are only $450 a quarter. The only thing here is while you're getting a new home on average for about $2.2 million, and you're getting the same great views of McDowell's, you're not actually on a golf course like you would be at Desert Mountain. However, Story Rock literally puts you right in the heart of Scottsdale's most iconic golf scene. You're a really short drive to the True North award-winning Monument course, Pinnacle courses, Greyhawks 2 courses, Raptor and Talon, and even the semi-private experience at the Scottsdale National Golf Club. So these courses, they give you really great play, but you don't have to worry about the burden of mandatory club dues or any type of initiation fee. and you are having less of overhead. So at Desert Mountain, you do have 7 courses. However, you are still only rotating at those and you're paying a hefty premium. From there, let's head west a bit toward Pinnacle Peak and arrive at a community called Estancia. This legacy community has a really long-standing reputation for exclusivity. It's very elegant, and of course, it's on a golf course. At face value, Estancia screams luxury. The course is actually designed by Tom Fazio. They really have some really nice dramatic boulders, and it's also like an invitation-only style culture there. But when you pull back the curtain, you kind of realize that the pricing here leans heavily again on the branding and not necessarily on the substance. So the median sales price for the last year at Estancia was around $4.5 million. And the median days on market is about 130, which shows that even in hot markets, these homes really do take some time to move. So the golf membership initiation fee here is $350,000 with $28,000 in annual dues. And social memberships here aren't cheap either. They're about $35,000 to join and about $10,000 a year just to stay active. You're also looking at a pretty small community here. It's 640 acres, but they only have 264 homes. So the inventory is limited, which really is what keeps the prices high in this community because there's not many that become available. So here's where the expectations kind of start to break down. Many buyers are drawn in by the prestige of Estancia and the Pinnacle Peak zip code, but the homes themselves, honestly, a lot of them date back about 20 years, which means they really are, one, maybe in need of renovation, but they might need new roofs, new HVAC systems. You want to update the kitchen and baths. It's a great community to do a full overhaul renovation if you're into something like that, which I can definitely help with. However, if you want something more move-in ready, expect to get those 20-year dated finishes. So between the golf dues, the HOA, and the maintenance that you might have buying a home 20 years old, the annual cost of ownership here can quietly climb higher than a lot of people have expected. And while the privacy and the views are phenomenal, you're a little bit farther again from dining and everyday errands. So Estancia is perfect again for those serious golf lovers and longtime Scottsdale buyers who are invested in that club culture and don't mind being tucked away. But for families, professionals, or buyers who are seeking more modern architecture and more cost-effective options, you should take a look at Sereno Canyon. So Sereno Canyon is a newer master plan community. It's in North Scottsdale, and they have designed it again to feel like a resort-style community. It was developed by Toll Brothers, but there are some other builders that are building there as well. Toll Brothers has 4 different home collections there, ranging from villas and these paired style homes to estate-sized single-family homes on large lots. The homes are spaced apart. They've maximized views in this community. Pretty much every lot there has some sort of beautiful view, and this is a dark community, so there are no lights at night, so you see the beautiful stars at night in this community. The Sereno Canyon enjoys a great location with panoramic views of not only the McDowell Mountains, Four Peaks, and Tom's Thumb, but it's also tucked away a little bit like Estancia is. It's just a little bit further south. So Sereno Canyon's central amenity is this gorgeous mountain house lodge that they built, which has a few resort-style pools. It has a spa, it has a fitness center, it has a restaurant there, and these really nice outdoor fire pit, outdoor spaces for social gatherings. Sereno still offers luxury living that blends privacy and has that resort feel. And the architecture here ranges from contemporary desert styles, modern prairie, and Michelin-style design, and it's built to suit the buyers who really don't want to deal with renovations, but really want that indoor-outdoor living. In Sereno, you can get a new home for around $2.2 million, almost half the price of Estancia. And the HOA to enjoy their newer luxury amenities is around $500 a month. For buyers who want luxury but also want flexibility, newer home construction, and stronger resale pool, Sereno Canyon simply makes more sense. They are also still building in Sereno, so by getting in now, your home will gain value as the community continues to grow. Next up, let's venture even farther north to Mirabel Country Club. Now, this community is breathtaking on the surface. It's set around another Tom Fazio golf course. Mirabel is a guard-gated enclave of architecturally beautiful homes, towering saguaros, and endless mountain views. But many buyers get tripped up by the pricing, and there's a little bit of confusion. So typical homes inside the Mirabel Club gates range from 2 to 7 million. Outside those gates, in the surrounding Mirabel Village, the average home price there is about 2.2 million. But many buyers don't realize that those homes don't even include club access, yet they are priced like they do. Club initiation here runs about $250,000, with roughly $31,000 in annual dues and capital fees. The memberships in Mirabel are also sold out, so make sure to ask if the home that you're eyeing includes the membership, because the waiting list here is really long. On top of that, HOA dues for club homes are around $1,200 a quarter. So when you stack in maintenance and landscaping for these big lots, annual ownership and club membership creeps up into the six-figure territory. Now there's also the commute. This is also pretty deep in North Scottsdale, just as far as Desert Mountain. It's a beautiful drive, but it's long. So grocery stores, restaurants, and stuff kind of happening is a little bit further from you. And like other golf course communities, the resale demand here is a little bit limited, mostly because of high net worth golf-oriented crowd, which is not as popular as the regular buyer. Also, homes that were built in the early 2000s now might need extensive updates to meet today's standard, and that's where you're also going to have additional days on market. So Mirabel works great for retired buyers and second homeowners who want peace, prestige, and world-class golf. But for full-time families or younger professionals who really care about convenience and value retention, it's a little bit of a tough sell. But if you love the high desert beauty and you want a little bit more flexibility, access to good schools, I would actually point you in another direction, further southeast. In the eastern part of Scottsdale, go to Oncala Country Club. The Oncala Country Club is often not on the radar of many people relocating here, but it really is one of Scottsdale's most scenic and established golf communities, tucked into the foothills of the McDowell Mountains. It spans about 850 acres, and there are 542 custom homes. Oncala offers the mountain views, the privacy, and luxury amenities, all into a residential experience that feels both upscale but also approachable. The homes here are spacious. Many of them have been updated or are in the process of being updated, so you could find your own fixer-upper here and build in some really nice value, as a lot of buyers are starting to do in this area. You will definitely get many spacious homes with nice architecture, some golf course frontage, and panoramic views of the city lights and the rugged desert. The community is guard-gated, and it's centered around the Perry Dye designed 18-hole championship golf course that's known for elevation changes, luscious fairways, and a really challenging layout. So the residents at Oncala enjoy access to a full suite of amenities, including tennis courts, a resort-style pool, fitness center, clubhouse dining, and a vibrant social calendar. The median home price in Oncala is about $2 million, and the HOA fees average around $470 a quarter, or just under $160 a month, which is remarkably low considering the level of security and upkeep that you get at Oncala. The membership at the Oncala Country Club is optional as well, which adds flexibility for the homeowners. And for those who want to join, a full golf membership starts at only around $30,000 for the initiation fee, and monthly dues are about $1,100 a month. There are also some more affordable options, such as doing a sport or social membership, for those that are interested in the tennis, fitness, dining, and events without the full golf membership commitment. This flexible structure really appeals to both the full-time residents and the seasonal buyers who want a private club feel without mandatory costs. Oncala's location is also really great. It's close to one of the top-rated Scottsdale schools, which is BASIS. You're near shopping and dining. You have pretty easy access to the 101. And it really offers a perfect blend of luxury, lifestyle, and value, especially for those buyers who want an established neighborhood with space, amenities, and mountain views. And you're not having to drive 45 minutes up Pima Road or Scottsdale Road. Finally, we arrive at Troon North. This is one of Scottsdale's most iconic golf communities, a name nearly everyone shopping in the luxury home market recognizes. It's nestled in the high Sonoran Desert. It offers sweeping mountain views, rugged boulder landscaping, and it has a strong reputation because it's built around two championship golf courses, the Monument and the Pinnacle. Both are ranked among Arizona's best public courses, and it draws a lot of avid golfers and vacationers from around the world. The Troon community itself spans about 1,800 acres and includes a wide range of neighborhoods from gated estates in Talus to Pinnacle Canyon to more accessible homes and patio homes or condos in subdivisions like Candlewood Estates. Architecturally, homes range from a traditional Southwest to modern desert contemporary, and the scenery is pretty undeniable. But while Troon North dazzles at first glance, a closer look reveals why it might be a little bit overrated, especially when you weigh in the value, convenience, and the ownership costs. So the truth is that many homes in Troon were built in the 1990s and early 2000s when we really had a huge influx of population of people coming from other states. So some of them have been renovated here, but others really do need some major updates, especially with things like new roofs and new ACs. Again, you can get a really nice floor plan in Troon, and if you were to put a little bit of sweat equity into it, you could have a really great home there where you're building in your own equity, and that is something I can definitely help you with. But don't start looking at Troon if you're expecting modern kitchens, smart home features, or energy efficient systems. The HOA fees in Troon range depending on your community from $300 a month to $700 a month, depending on what sub-association you're in. And for those who want to golf regularly, there is an optional membership program that can add several thousands more per year. So the name recognition often drives a 30 to 40% price premium for homes near the golf course. But that premium doesn't always come with better build quality or long-term resale advantages. And while the setting is breathtaking in most of the communities, the distance again from Scottsdale's core means that residents do have to deal with longer commutes for dining, entertainment options, and really having to drive all the way up Scottsdale Road to get down to our nearest Loop 101 freeway. The elevation does offer cooler temperatures, but it also adds more drive times and limits convenience a little bit, which can be a deal breaker for year-round residents or families. And with Troon being so large with over 15 different associations, it is a little confusing to the average buyer what neighborhood offers what. So if you are considering moving to Troon, give me a call and we can sort through your options, go over the different communities that are there. My number is 480-684-0800 if you need it. So what is another competitive option to Troon? Well, let's visit McDowell Mountain Ranch, which is just further south, just off the 101 freeway, off Bell Road and Frank Lloyd Wright. Now, this is much more convenient, and it is a master plan community that is still in North Scottsdale, spanning over 3,200 acres. It's built around more than 20 distinct different neighborhoods by many different builders, making it more accessible in terms of home type and price point than ultra luxury enclaves. So what stands out about it? Well, McDowell Mountain Ranch offers miles of hiking and biking trails. They have 2 community pools, fitness and recreation centers. They have tennis and pickleball courts. They have parks and playgrounds, and their close proximity right at the McDowell Mountain Sonoran Preserve makes it a strong, family-friendly, active lifestyle community. Because of this mix, you still get a feel of high desert setting without necessarily paying premium luxury golf community prices. However, you still have access to the McDowell Mountain Golf Club, a public course that was renovated in collaboration with Phil Mickelson. It's known for being scenic, playable, and for a wide range of different skill levels of golfers, and it is a lot more affordable than membership-only clubs. It offers really great panoramic views of the McDowell Mountains. It has luscious fairways, and it has a very welcoming clubhouse that also has a restaurant and a patio that residents often enjoy, even if they aren't golfing. And it's ideal for residents in McDowell Mountain Ranch because depending on where you live, you can either walk, bike, or drive there in just minutes without being locked into hefty dues, initiation fees, or membership contracts. When you compare the two, McDowell Mountain Ranch often delivers stronger value, more flexibility, and a broader appeal, while True North carries the prestige of a golf-centric luxury community. Much of that prestige is built around the brands and the course and lot premiums. The higher entry price, older home inventory in many cases, and the narrow niche of buyers who pay extra for the golf course lifestyle means that True North can carry a harder resale market and a greater overhead cost. But McDowell Mountain Ranch gives you a high quality North Scottsdale setting. It's more convenient. It has excellent amenities. It has more modern development potential, and it gives you more access to nature and community resources and hiking trails. And it's generally lower cost per square foot other than the ultra premium enclaves that are at McDowell Mountain Ranch. So if your lifestyle priorities include living in North Scottsdale, enjoying scenery, trails, and community amenities, but you don't want to pay top-tier private golf club fees, then McDowell Mountain Ranch is definitely a smarter choice. The truth is, not every luxury Scottsdale neighborhood delivers real value. It's easy to get swept up in the photos, the prestige, and the brand names, but between inflated club fees, aging properties, and how far some of these communities are from daily conveniences, a lot of buyers end up paying more and getting less. And that's where disappointment can creep in, not just in your wallet, but in your lifestyle. What really matters isn't just the name of the gate, it's how well your home is going to fit your life. Buyers who slow down, ask the right questions, and compare cost versus livability almost always end up with a better experience, one that balances beauty, access, and long-term financial sense. That's exactly why I like making videos like this, to help you navigate Scottsdale with clarity and not confusion. I'm Caitlin Bronsky, and I help buyers like you relocate here with confidence by matching their lifestyle goals with the real numbers behind the neighborhoods. So if you're planning a move and you want honest, local insight into which areas fit your budget, your day-to-day needs, and your long-term goals, use the link below. It goes straight to me, and we can have a real conversation about your price point, what matters most to you, and together we can find the community where your money and your lifestyle go the furthest in Scottsdale.